Looks like it's faster, bro. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to get started on the wastegate dump. So what we're going to do is get the hood, pull it out of my spare bedroom because it's been in there for a couple of years. I believe we're going to take them straight back and do them right alongside each other, right in this little area here, wherever it lines up with the hood supports, because there is metal struts that kind of go through the hood that I'm going to try to avoid. So we're going to grab the hood, slap it on, and see where these pipes end up. We also got Leo, and TJ is sitting in the Polaris. All right, let's go. Try not to put any holes in the wall. Wow.
Oh, dude, you got the camera attachment.
So these are the old pie cuts I used with the manifold. I have a couple dozen. Going to loosen these clamps on the wastegate pipes, rotate this one probably just 90 degrees, and they'll kick it this way, and they're both going to line up right about here, theoretically. So this one needs to come up and over and then do a 90, and then I'll probably determine length once I put the hood down and blast a hole through here. Oh yeah, that was the answer. I'm more power, baby. So Kidzer came over. He's gonna be holding the camera. I've been welding and not recording because it takes a long time. This is what it looks like as of now. Fits in here like so, and then comes out right between these two panels. All right, so this is what we have as our final product. These will actually be, I think I'm going to cut them straight or do them both at an angle. I'm not sure yet, so we'll see what happens here. But they're nice and parallel with the chassis of the car, which is what I wanted. They actually expand into a larger diameter here just to try and prevent any boost creep. I don't think it would be an issue, but I had a lot of this pipe laying around, and instead of going and buying another 20-foot stick, I was just going to utilize a bigger one. I know they're pretty large wastegate dumps, but I think it looks cool. So we're gonna get this thing finished welded. I'm gonna pull off both wastegate dumps. I'm gonna tack weld everything even more so I can try and prevent any movement in the pipes. This many welds on such a short distance is inevitable that it's gonna move a little bit. But once I'm done welding it, we'll put it back on the car, see if we can heat it up and move it just a tiny bit to get it back straight. Or if we get lucky and they line up perfect, then all is good. Now that it's all tacked up, we'll start finish welding it and move on to the next one. You can see I'm moving around the material, trying to keep heat from soaking into one area and starting to bend it in either direction. I should be back purging this with argon and plugging the other side, but I just don't have another tank and argon is too expensive at the moment. There might be a little bit of buildup inside the wastegate dump, but everything's coming out anyway, so really not too concerned about it. It may be a little bit ugly on the inside, but it'll function just as well. Completely welded up, ready to go back in. I'm hoping they actually fit because they could have warped a little bit with how much heat I put into them. I was pretty cautious about spreading out the heat and not focusing on one area for too long and swapping back and forth between both pipes as I'm welding. It took a little bit of the heat away. Hopefully they line up properly. So they moved a little bit, really not that bad actually. I thought they were gonna be much more off. Before I welded it, this was actually perfectly parallel, and now there's a little bit of a gap at the bottom here, which not a huge deal. They're lined up parallel with the car, which is really nice. So if you see the head lined up one in front of the other, which is how I wanted it. Get the hood closed, start measuring. So now we have at the highest point of the pipes, I'm going to get a template made of these two, and then I'm going to increase it a little bit. First I'm going to lay it out exactly how it is, and then I'm going to lower it down, and then I'm going to have to trim it just a tiny bit around the outside, most likely. Cutting a hole in a perfectly good hood. So that's roughly the shape plus the thickness of the Sharpie head, which is probably 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/16. So I did a couple more measurements. When I close the hood, it's gonna be about here on the pipe. So it's obviously gonna be about 1 inch longer. So I put 1 inch on the top. The back's gonna have a space no matter what, because when you close the hood, it's gonna basically skin the back of the rear pipe. And then you're gonna have 1.5 inch gap on the back of it, so that's inevitable. If I made these a little bit straighter, it probably would have been fine, but you know, I kind of like how it's raked back. It looks like it's faster, bro. Well, here goes nothing. Put it on the wrist breaker mode, dude. Well, there's a hole in the hood now. Guess we should see if it fits now. It's not gonna be perfect. I gotta definitely touch it up for sure. Oh my God, it might be perfect. Hey, could have been a lot worse. All right, I trimmed it just a little bit more, so it should be good to go. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. One hole in a perfectly good 240sx hood? Check. And I really do like how it rakes back. That's the look I was going for. I could have done this straight up and made it a narrower hole and it would fit a lot better. I'm gonna put a plate around it anyway, so no big deal. But that'll be it for this video. If you enjoyed the fabrication, I'll put a link at the end of this video with the manifold build so you can see the entire build on that. If you like the video, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and just keep up with your boy.